Hello. If there's any issues with sound or anything, please let me know. This is my first VR stream, so I'm still trying to get all the bugs taken care of.
I am writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
Huh.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below. Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling or a degenerate. When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Huh.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German sea raider.
Huh. Interesting. Huh. Tried to get in, but probably better his mom kept him out if he really had that many problems, I think. Oh, that's cool. The ship actually bobs and weaves.
The Great War was then at its very beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation. So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
Excuse me. So liberal, indeed, was the discipline of our captors, that 5 days after we were taken,
I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time. When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings. Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator. Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Yeah, this would be a nightmare for me. I've got a horrible fear of the open ocean. So being in a little tiny boat like this would drive me up a wall.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Thanks for the lurk, I appreciate that. Well, at least Nightbot's working. That's good to see. Yeah, this is not the most pleasant thing to be in for somebody like me, but hopefully I'll land soon.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my
Or not.
solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue. The change happened whilst I slept. Its details I shall never know. For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Huh, well. This is mildly unpleasant. Yeah. Huh. I think I like the ocean better. No, I know I like the ocean better.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see, and in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
Whew.
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished.
So what you're seeing in the chat thing is a program called Live, L-I-V, on Steam. Plugs in and you give it your Twitch or whatever login, and I could have it just floating above my head, like this. So every time I looked up, I could see. But I have it right now set so if I rotate my left wrist down or around so I'm looking at the underside of it, I can see chat. So I can put it away when I need to play, but I can check it at any time, kind of see what's going on. I like it because it's real time, so unlike normal chat, there shouldn't be any delay in it. So if people type, I should see it pretty quick. So, yeah. I managed to, when I set this up through Slobs to get VR working, I managed to disable desktop audio for streaming from my Xbox or non-VR from my PC, so I'll be doing VR for a little while. So I figured just for a test, I'll run through this one because it's not too long and, yeah, not too hard to play. Don't really have it set up for a lot of movement.
There was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
Oh, now where am I going to end up?
The
Okay.
region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other, less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain.
Yep, I want to go back on the regular boat. Should have stayed with the Germans.
Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear. The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
Oh, I lost my boat. Oh, there it is. Good. Did not lose it. I think that's a halibut. Not really sure, though. Oh, no, that's disgusting.
As I crawled into the stranded boat, I realized that only one theory could explain my position.
Yeah, you're saying that to the fellow who's a social lock-in, doesn't really go out in public very much. His socializing is online right now.
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
That undulating thing out there makes me a little nervous.
So great was the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might. Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
I do like how they have those little tidbits of information telling you about the world around it.
For several hours I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens. As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
I've decided that is Fred, and that one... that's Ted. Yep. I have decided to start naming them.
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease. The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Well, I name them and then they're gone. Isn't that just like it? I'm afraid to name these two because I'll probably lose them too. I didn't even think about that. It's a good point. But these two don't get names because as soon as I click on that, I bet you they disappear. Oh, that is disgusting.
All
Oh.
day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Huh. These things just make me think of like a Borderlands creature or something, you know? Huh. I found a whale. Was going to say whale, 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 what do we have here? But even I thought that was a little too much. Yeah, so this is the short one of H.P. Lovecraft's short stories. It's just a visual novelization of it, so I'm sure it's going to get a lot more fun. Maybe that's Fred Jr. hiding underneath the rock there. No, puns are quite acceptable here. Alright, well, we got the whale. Nothingness, nothingness, nothingness.
That night, I encamped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
That tentacle almost looks like a giant, like, millipede or centipede body, which is creeping me out just a little bit. So my question is, if you found yourself here, would you try eating these things to survive? I mean, I don't know if I could. It just, yeah.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
I guess he made a mountain out of a molehill. Could not resist. You know, hey, more power to you. I don't eat seafood to begin with, so I don't know if I could tolerate that.
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface. Too weary to ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
Fair enough. I don't eat fish or fowl. Two exceptions is I will eat a good tuna melt, but it has to be good tuna, like the nice white meat tuna, not the stuff that looks like cat food. And on Thanksgiving, I do eat like a little piece of turkey just to be polite when I go out. But yeah, that's it.
I know not why my dreams were so wild that night. But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen far above the eastern plain, I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more. Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again.
I have had calamari. If done properly, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever had. But it is chewy. Yeah, not gonna lie, that was some chewy squid.
And in the glow of the moon, I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day. Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy. Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
That sounds nasty. Sorry if the chat's a little jiggly. It's not the easiest thing to hold your hands still. Yeah, I gotta admit, this ground's just making that soft, squishy noise is just not pleasant.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon, whose black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine.
Now, this is the point where you just say nope and turn
I felt
around.
myself on the edge of the world.
Yeah, I tried the World War I fighter pilot demo, and my stomach was not happy with the flying. It was interesting. So is the video a little jiggly too, or how is that turning out for you guys?
Peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night. Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost, and of Satan's hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
Yeah, I still wouldn't want to climb down there. I've never actually really watched Rick and Morty. I might have caught an episode once, but yeah, just never really screamed out that I should watch it.
Led ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent. Whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
Oh, well, that was a pleasant thing looking down. I know I'm sitting down, but that still does not look pleasant to look at.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath, gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated. All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
I wanted to take a look at that one. Huh. And I'm looking for some more VR games to play. I mean, I have the Forest. I'm just not sure I'm really keen on playing a game with killer cannibals and stuff by myself in VR. Maybe if I had like a party and I wasn't by myself. But we'll see. Yeah. I know I have Payday 2 that I could play in VR. I'm just not sure if, again, that's what I want to do by myself. That game's a whole lot more fun with more people.
An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
Is it too late to climb back up and get out of here? That could be one take and look for. I just have to be careful how much I'm spending on games for a little while. The headset and the computer in the last month and a half. Well, actually, it's been about a month now. Yeah, it's kind of pricey what I spent, but I wanted a good computer and got a good headset, so I'll have to take a look at that. I know my son sometimes gets games through a Humble Bundle that he doesn't use, or if he does, I have access to a Steam account, so I can play that as well. Might have to try it out. Could be fun. I wanted to try a shooter with this, with the headset, but I haven't found a good one yet that I really liked. That wasn't really expensive right now.
That it was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself. But I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature.
Yeah, nature doesn't generally give you nice, straight, rectangular blocks of stone.
A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express. For despite its enormous magnitude, and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young, I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith, whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures. Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
All right, not a problem. Oh, that's charming.
Now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm.
Yeah, at this point, I'm turning around and running away. It's not worth it.
And revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope. Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the Cyclopean monolith, on whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures. The writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
Oof. That's unsettling. Still not a big fan of the whole I'm flying in the air sensation. That's...
Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans, mollusks, whales, and the like. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world, but whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain.
Oh yeah, sharks. It's not like I have a irrational fear of sharks or anything. Ugh.
It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
It's crazy. The sharks freak me out more than the tentacled monstrosity in front of me. Oops.
Plainly visible across the intervening water on account of their enormous size were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a Doré. I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain sort of men. Though the creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto, or paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well. Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail, for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint. Grotesque beyond the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer. They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall. Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself. I remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size. But in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe. Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
I remember reading about the Piltdown primitive man at one point. Can't remember what I read though.
Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist, I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me. Then, suddenly, I saw it. With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
Oh, yeah. If I don't push the button, I don't have to see it. Oh, son of a...
Loathsome, it darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the monolith.
Yeah.
About which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, while it bowed its hideous head and gave vent to certain measured sounds. I think I went mad then. Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little. I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
Hey, my whale friend is back. What the hell was... Okay, that's just a glitch. Oh, jeez. I don't know if y'all can see it, but right over the corner over here, there was something like jumping up, but it was just an... There it is. At the very edge of my eyesight. I don't know if it's showing up on the screen, but that was unpleasant.
I have indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods.
Fred is not doing so well.
When I came out of the shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital. Brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean. In my delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention. Of any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
got a good point there. You know, peace is a nice concept, but I really don't see all the countries getting rid of their weapons and being all nice.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist and amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
Oh, interesting.
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
I did not know that. Huh. I am learning things. Nice little office. Though it's weird having the desk so far away from the wall. It just seems a little odd to me.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing. I tried morphine, but the drug has given only transient surcease and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave. So now I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
That's a really big fish tin on the ground there. Huh. You would have thought he would have been drunk or something when he wrote these stories.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm. A mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat after my escape from the German man-of-war. This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this.
I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed, worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite. I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind. Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Huh. Atlantis is attacking.
The end is near.
What? No, don't like this. Really don't like this.
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Yeah, no.
It shall not find me.
Huh.
God, that hand!
What?
The window!
No. Yeah, I probably would have done the same. You got in just as I get to the very end of it. That was, something. Love your poetry. Love your poetry. I might have to get these two and try them out. That was, an interesting short little adventure. Alright. Alright. What to try now? What do you guys think? I mean, I can show you how bad of a pilot I am. So I'll be doing plenty of that on Friday. Well, maybe it's just like, you know, anything else. You just have to do it enough until you get over it and you don't get sick, maybe? Yeah, I loaded it up. Yeah, and I got to... Let's get this loaded up. I love this little part. Yeah, I got to here and I'm like, this looks like a totally fun game to play when you're by yourself in VR. I don't think I will ever play this game solo, especially once I become an affiliate. Given what I have done to people like Ghost during their streams with their channel point redeems, I can only imagine the payback I would be getting from you guys. Let's see. Curiosity. I appreciate the support, but I'm also very frightened as well. Yeah, I know it's going to be a nice long process before I get there. At this point, I'm just focused on just get the followers. Once I hit that follower mark, then start focusing on the rest of it. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Now, I was told that I could actually play this game without the crazy cannibals, but I'm not 100% sure. You know, maybe little of that. Turn on some trees. All right. Oh, I could handle this. This could work. No, absolutely not, and not so sure if I want to try it. Alright, because I have messed with you guys, I will be nice and give myself a bit of a scare. Can't promise how long I'll keep playing it. But we'll give it a shot. Oh, that looks absolutely disgusting. Like, totally disgusting. Oh, son of a... Yep, this will be fun. This'll be fun. Huh. Well, it's telling me to do this. Oh. Yeah, no, I want to take that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return to your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened. Flight attendants and cabin crew, please.
Oh, yeah, no, this really sucks. Huh. Not as bad as I thought. Oh. Huh. Never mind. I was going to say it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But... Oh, son of a... Okay, so somebody just crawls out from between my legs. Cute. So I'm not in first person. Oh, yes I am. Okay. Okay. Huh. Not sure how to duck. Oh, there we go. That worked. Oh, that's going to take some getting used to. Wait, is that telling me not to put babies in the cabinet? I mean, guess that's a good sticker, but that's not where I would store the baby. I mean, huh. Wait a minute. These are the food cabinets. Beef, coffee, no meat. It's a vegetarian baby. I mean, if they can have vegetarian hamburgers, why not vegetarian baby? For the discerning conscience. Ooh. For the discerning cannibal. Oh, wow, this is... Yeah, these controls suck. What the hell was that? I'm regretting this choice to play this game right about now. This may have been a bad idea. You know, I probably should change the title of my stream, but I'm really lazy right about now. What the oh, Jesus. Yeah. Okay, so you can't kill yourself. Just curious. I don't want to jump off the plane. Hi, dear. Bye, dear. Oh, I jumped. So let's jump. That's not crouch. That's not crouch. Rotate, rotate. Movement, movement. Okay. I mean... I mean, curiosity. If I was a game designer, I'd put something in there about that. I'm like, have a ending like what were you thinking? Wait, did I just eat a mushroom without knowing what the heck it was? Oh, I am not going to survive very long on this. Wait, what was that? Is there a way to look like a menu or something? Something? 'Cause I'm hearing weird scratching noises, but I have no idea what the heck it is. Oh no, that would be hilarious. Unless you're on a metered connection or you have really bad internet, then not as amusing. Oop. Huh. How do I chop down a tree? Oh, seriously? I probably should have given myself some more room for this. Wasn't expecting to play a game like this. As you can see, I just hit my computer desk. Oh, you actually carry... Okay. I have got to stop hitting that button. I've got an axe. Why can't I just chop it open? Oh, you can chop it open. Okay. Oh, you can crouch. Uh-oh. Oh, figured out the drop. Oh! I do have stuff. Huh. Seven sticks, 6 rocks, 7 logs. Okay. Now how do I see what I have? Oh, I see. Okay. Alright. Let's go pick up that log I chopped down. Alright, so I need rocks. Oh, convenient. I'll take you. Oh, you... Boo. Oops. Hit the menu button. I think I should probably push this a little further away from me. There we go. Hopefully I won't be hitting that anymore. Oh, crap. That was not what I meant to do. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, I have a lighter. Yeah. Well, so easy to forget how close you are or how far away you are from stuff when you're sitting in VR. I would have laughed if that just fell on me and squished me and it was game over. So I need to find some more rocks. Well, mining games have lied to me. I can't get rocks that way. Ah! Found my computer desk again. Let's push that away. Oh, let's not do that. Oops. Man, these deer have like no fear of people. Chopping down the tree pretty fast for using a little tiny axe like this. Kind of a tiny little shelter I'm building here. Because I just like to make sure that it actually saved. Need to find water, huh? That has got to be the dumbest deer I've ever seen in my life. Was anybody going to make a Bambi joke? Oh! That's unnerving. Oh, I have a deer head. Yeah, let's just drop that, why don't we? Probably should have built that. Nope, can't say that I astral project myself. Nope, that doesn't work either. Yeah, I know, I'm thirsty. I got nothing to drink. I should probably rest until daytime. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Game over? Nope. I survived. I'll have to come back and eat those berries. Huh. Wait, where's my axe? Uh-oh. Do I not have an axe anymore? Oh. There we go. What, really? I get one log out of that tree? Oh no, there's a couple at least. I better get more than just 2 logs out of this tree. Ooh, I'll take those. Don't know what they're good for, but I will take them. Not a big fan of the jumping when I'm just trying to turn around, though. No, wrong button again. What the heck? Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. All right. So I'm playing Tree Chopping Simulator. Probably should find a way to cook that meat. Oh, you... that's what I get for not paying attention. Wait, what? Oh. Really? Yeah, that was a mistake and a half. What the fuck was that? Oh boy, I'm dead. What the? Damn thing jumps like a spider. Can I harvest her? Huh. Well, I don't think I really want to keep playing this game by myself. Yeah. This might be a play with other people kind of game. Don't feel like freaking myself out too much. Yeah. Maybe I'll convince you guys to play with me one of these days. Well, I actually might call the stream now. I was just testing it out, seeing how it was going. So, yeah, appreciate you guys popping in. Thank you, Nightbot. Yeah. At least I know how it works. It's working okay. It'll be good for next Friday, where I'll be actually playing with Phoebe and Matt. We're going to do some Phasmo together. Yeah, definitely. If you're going to watch, definitely watch on their channels too, because we're going to try to come up with a way for them to redeem stuff to scare me. Can't do it like we did last time, because I don't have anybody here to literally poke me in the side. But we got a few days to come up with some ways to for you guys to get your revenge on me. So yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope you guys had a good time, and I will see you on Friday.